Everything's up except for the pay rates from Uber and Lyft. So can you still make money driving Uber and or Lyft in 2022? Let's talk about that now. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the RideShare Guy. So if you click this video, maybe you're driving and you want to see what I'm saying, or maybe you're new or evaluating if you want to become an Uber or Lyft driver and see if it's worth it driving in 2022. Well, let me start off by saying, if you listen to Dara and his Bloomberg interview recently, you're going to hear this.
As it relates to driving now, drivers we talked about last quarter, drivers who drive, call it 20 or more hours on the platform, are earning in the US $39, over $39 per utilized hour.
Now, first off, some people, yeah, they could make $39 an hour or even higher than that, depending on markets that they're driving in, several other factors like promotions, bonuses, quests, surge, all of these extras that Uber or Lyft might be offering when people are out driving and drivers are taking advantage of it. So yes, sometimes that can be the case, but not for everyone. And that number doesn't also take into account different things like gas. It doesn't take into account wear and tear. It doesn't take into account taxes or other different expenses that you need to factor in. Now remember, this is going to be gross pay, that number, versus its net pay. Now the big difference is there are several factors that will influence how much you could actually earn per hour. And another big factor to differentiate when Dara says 39 plus per utilized hour versus online hour. So utilized hour is much different from the time you're online, because your online time means when you're online, waiting for a ride to come in, going to pick somebody up, and actually driving the customer to the spot that they're trying to go to. But when it comes to utilized hour, they're only looking at the time that you're heading to pick somebody up and have somebody in the car. So they're like, the time that you're online but waiting for a ride doesn't really count. So those numbers are definitely going to be inflated compared to the overall time that you're online. But let's go back to the basic question. Can you still make money in 2022 driving Uber and Lyft? Now, the short answer is absolutely. Yes, you can. Some people are going to make a lot more. Some people are going to make a lot less. It's going to depend on how you drive. It's going to depend on when you go out. It's going to depend on your market, your city, what's around, what's going on, the times that you're driving, how often you're driving. It's going to depend on several different factors. And one thing I do want to note, though, is that even with people making some good money, 40, 50, 60 an hour, there are going to be people that are going to make $10 an hour, even less. And it's all going to come down to what you are doing, where you're doing it, when you're doing it. And so there's a lot of different things that you can incorporate into driving for Uber and Lyft that you can actually earn more money than the average person in your market. So first off, if you're not subscribed already to the channel, you really should be, because we have videos out on the channel that are going to help you maximize your earnings while being smart behind the wheel. So something like accepting every ride when it comes to you, going online during times that it's not going to be busy, all of these different factors are going to help you lower the amount that you could potentially take. Being a little bit more selective of the rides that you're taking, the pickup distance, a lot of factors that kind of make that up that we go over in the channel, and also some of the best practices that you can do to maximize your earnings when you're out on the road. So again, make sure you're subscribed. Another thing is know your market. So are you in a busier city? Are you in a tourist area? Are you in a school area? So universities, college town, whatever it might be. Are you in an area where people just want to get around? Where are you and what are the best practices in your area? Knowing your market is going to be key, because if you are in an area that doesn't really have a high Uber or Lyft utilization, then it's not going to be worth it for you to drive. You might actually have to go somewhere else, a city nearby, something where people are actually using the platform a little bit more. So that is going to be a key factor, is knowing your market. The next thing that drivers are doing is some are actually finding other ways to make money while out on the road, like wrapping your car in advertisement. where when you drive, you get paid per mile. So that brings us to today's sponsor, Rapify. Special thanks to today's video sponsor, Rapify. Rapify is a platform that pays drivers for what they already do, drive. Rapify transforms your car into a source of extra income by matching you with a campaign, wrapping your car, and earning while you drive. Rapify is live nationwide with campaigns across several cities in the US. To get started, download Rapify app today using the link in the description below. And one of the nice features about Rapify is that this is actually helping drivers offset some of these higher prices, like gas prices, and even just some of the normal wear and tear when they have to fix their car, whatever it might be. And even at the grocery store, you're making extra money, so it's going to help you soften the blow when it comes to all this inflation. Now, another tip beyond knowing your market is knowing when to go out. When is it going to be more active so you're going to have back-to-back rides instead of taking a ride, waiting X amount of time, taking another ride, waiting? No, you're having back-to-back. So when is it going to be best for you to go out? Again, obviously knowing your market, knowing what's going on, but knowing the times that it's going to be busy. Now, we did a whole video, what you can see right here, on the best times to go out. Another tip that I have when it comes to increasing your earnings when you are out driving is be selective on the rides that you are taking. Don't take every single ride. You don't have to. You need to be selective on the rides that you take because some of them are not going to be worth it. If you have to drive 20 miles away and the ride is only 1.5 miles from the pickup point, you are going to actually lose money. So again, you want to make sure you're selective on the rides that you're taking. If it makes sense to you to take it. If not, don't take it. The next thing too is be on multiple apps. So you want to sign up for Uber, you want to sign up for Lyft, and you want to be online both at the same time. The more apps that you're actually online at the same time, the greater chance that you have a ride, a delivery, whatever it might be that you're signed up for and online, to actually make sure that you're utilizing your time better, earning more money when out on the road. Now, with that being said, you also want to be open up to as many trip types as you can. But with that being said, you also want to be selective with the trip types that are available to you. So if you have something like, let's say, Uber, and you have Uber Eats and a rideshare, but let's say Uber Eats is not very profitable in your area, or you don't want to take food delivery, well, then turn that one off because it's going to be just rideshare at that point. So it's going to depend on what factors in your area are going to give you better options or what you enjoy doing. But the more trip types that you're open to, again, the more chances that you're going to have somebody request a trip from you, and then therefore you're going to make more money. Now, one of the best things that you could possibly do to really maximize your earnings and hit that $40, $50, $60 an hour for the most part is take any bonuses, quests, promotions, surge times, busy times, CRB, which is consecutive ride bonus, or boost plus, whatever it might be, and try to combine them all around the same time. So if you have weekday and weekend quests, make sure you take advantage of those. Know when it's going to be busy in your market. When is it likely that it's surging in your market? When there's less drivers on the road, but more demand. Is it morning or evening rush? Is it out when people are having fun on the weekends? What time is it going to be mostly surging for you? Those are the times that you really want to go out, because then you're getting surge, but you're also going to work towards that quest promotion. Do you have a CRB, a consecutive ride bonus that's available during certain times? Do you have Boost Plus? Go out during those times. And again, try to double or triple dip these bonuses all in one. And if you have extra promotions on top of that, again, try to make sure that all those bonuses are happening. Now, with bonuses, that is, again, going to be market dependent. Several markets might not even have any bonuses going on. There might not be surge going on. So you have to be even more selective of the times that you go out. You have to be more aware of when and where it's going to be busy and really knowing your market in order to maximize the earnings that you could potentially make when out on the road. And again, going back to that original question, can drivers still earn money in 2022? Yes, you can. You just have to know what you're doing, where to go, when to go, and a couple of factors beyond that that'll help you truly maximize the amount that you could earn even in 2022, when rates still are the same or maybe possibly lower in some markets, with everything else going up, including the price of gas, which is like double the price now. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that you can do to still make money. But now I ask the question to all of you who are watching this that have been driving for a little while. What are you seeing? What market are you in? Are you seeing promotions, bonuses? Are you taking advantage of them? What are you doing to help maximize your earnings that I might have missed when it comes to this? Make sure you comment below and also chime in on our live show, Show Me the Money Club, with myself and my co-host Sergio, where we talk about different things when it comes to Uber and Lyft mostly. Sometimes we'll touch on food delivery and other aspects of the gig economy, but mostly it is rideshare and different tactics and things that are going on that can affect drivers, their pay, a lot of different things when it comes down to it. So make sure you are watching live Tuesdays. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, and anywhere in between. So if you're Mountain or Central, you know the difference. But with that being said, again, make sure you're subscribed. And also, if you haven't checked out this video right here, make sure you do, because it's going to talk about some of the best times in a general sense of when you should go out, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So go ahead, click that video now, and we'll see you in the next one.